Welcome to CAM Look, your twice-weekly dose of the Cincinnati Art Museum. Each Tuesday and Thursday, a staff member or volunteer will present an item for discussion. Please check back each week for a new work and a new conversation. My name is Sue. I'm a volunteer docent here at the Art Museum. Now that the 2024 Summer Olympic Games have begun, I began to think about what the Art Museum and the Paris Games might have in common. It occurred to me that during the Olympic award ceremonies, medals made from gold, silver, and bronze are handed out to the top 3 winners. Here at the Art Museum, we also have items made from gold, silver, and bronze. Today, let's take a look at one work of art that features gold, with the use of gold leaf in its construction. I'd like to introduce you to a painting that was made in Italy around 1310 titled Crucifixion by the Master of Monte Oliveto. This painting was made over 700 years ago, and the paint colors and gold leaf are still vibrant today. Here we see an illustration of the crucifixion of Christ, surrounded by those who love him. The artist has shown the sadness and gravity of the scene. We see the agony in their faces as some look up towards the face of Christ, while others are looking towards the ground, their hands leading to the direction of the blood of Christ, pooling on the rocks below the cross. The body of Christ seems to sag on the cross, implying the effect of gravity on his body weight. This depiction of Christ was relatively new for its time in that it displays Christ as more a part of the physical world and less a part of the spiritual world. Over half the painting relies on a gold background to frame Christ on the cross. This gold background helped to suggest that Christ belonged to a divine realm. So how did they get something hard like a nugget of gold onto the surface of a painting? Well, the process is called gilding, the application of gold leaf to a surface. To make gold leaf, you take a small amount of gold and pound it into very thin sheets. Then the surface of the painting is prepared by applying a reddish clay that acts as an adhesive or glue for the gold leaf. The leaf is carefully laid on top of the clay and rubbed with a hard tool that brandishes the leaf to the painting. In our painting, you can see areas where some of the gold leaf has been worn away and the red clay peeks through. In this painting, we see additional detail has been added to the halos of the people at the bottom of the painting. This is done by a process called punching, where a hard, pointed object is placed on the painting and then struck with a hammer from the other end, creating the indentation we see here. The top half of the painting is framed with additional decorative gold detail, most likely created by a metal stamp, again struck with a mallet to create a lasting indentation. After all the gold leaf work has been completed, the painting of the figures can now begin. You might wonder why someone would even think to apply gold leaf to a painting. Well, it serves a few purposes. First, as mentioned earlier, the valuable metal helped to elevate the religious subject to a more divine realm. Secondly, if this was displayed in a church or chapel in the 1300s, these spaces were totally lit by candles. The flickering candlelight against the gold leaf of the painting created a beautiful glow that suggested God's presence was with them in the building. As we close out today's discussion, I hope you will enjoy watching the Paris Games, and I hope you will look a little more closely at paintings made with gold leaf the next time you visit your local art museum.